Hi to all. In this video, we'll be learning chapter 1, lesson 4, which is about pairs of angles. Now, from the name of the lesson itself, you can find out, you will have an idea about what we are going to learn about. We are going to be learning about the pairs of angles. Now, pairs means anything which comes in twos, like a pair of scissors, which comes like two blades together, we call it a pair of scissors, or pair of socks, because always socks come in twos. Anything which comes in twos, we call it as a pair. Okay, now we are going to be learning about the pairs of angles. So these angles also come in two parts. So why do we need to study this? The scientists use properties of angle pairs to design fiber optic cables. Now, if you know what are fiber optic cables, you might know that it's very useful, right? Especially these days, fiber optic cables are very useful because they are the ones mostly which are connected to internets, and to get the electric cables, all these things, fiber optic cables are used. Okay, so um, let's see. Now there are four types of angles you need to know. There are four. So this is the first one you have, which is called as the adjacent angles. Now the D is silent here, so you pronounce it as adjacent angles. Now what are adjacent angles? Rather than reading what's here, let me explain through a picture what is an adjacent, what are adjacent angles. Now adjacent angles, they are two angles, as you can see from the diagram. Angle ABD and angle DBC are two angles. Now the speciality of an adjacent angle is that they share a common vertex. Both of them share a common vertex, and also they share one common side, or in our language we call it a common hand, as you all know what the hands are of the angle. So you can see here angle ABD and angle DBC is sharing one hand, which is BD. So this side, which is the common side, if the two angles are sharing one common side, that is called as an adjacent angle. Now adjacent angles can be straight angles, they can be acute angles, they can be obtuse angles, or sometimes rather they could also be right angles. They can also be right angles. So they can be any kinds of angles, but you have to make sure that they are sharing at least one common side. So if you have found that they are sharing a common hand, then that means they are adjacent angles. So the next type of angle you have is a linear pair of angles. Linear means straight. So from the name you can make out a linear pair means they are angles which should be straight. Two angles, but they should make a straight angles like this. So you can say that there are two angles here. You can see COB is an angle and AOB is also an angle. So a linear pair of angles is a pair of adjacent angles. All these linear pair of angles are adjacent. So if you see any pair of linear angles, that means they are adjacent too. Always it is like that. So a linear pair of angles are always straight, and they are adjacent because they will always share a common hand. Only the thing is, linear pair of angles must be straight. So these are the key things you need to keep in mind. Linear pair of angles are always straight and they are always adjacent, but adjacent angles don't need to be linear, they don't need to be straight always, but they need to share one common hand. Okay, now keeping that in mind, let's look at an example. Tell whether the angles are only adjacent and form a linear pair, or not adjacent. Here it should be form, not from. Okay, so you have to choose any one option from this. Either you say that they are only adjacent, or you could say adjacent and form a linear pair. Now I explained, if it's a linear pair, it has to be adjacent or not adjacent. So let's look at angle 5 and angle 6. So angle 5 and 6, if you remove it from the diagram, it will look something like this. So at the first glance, you could say that they are linear because it's straight. They are angles on a straight line, and linear means straight. So if it is a linear pair, that means they must be adjacent, because as you could see here as well, that they are sharing one arm. So you can say that they are adjacent and form a linear pair. So a linear pair is always adjacent. There is no choice for them. A linear pair is always adjacent. Okay, now let's look at another one, angle 7 and angle SPU. So if I remove angle 7 and angle SPU from there, you could get something like this. So you only concentrate on the information which they're asking. So they're asking about angle 7 and angle SPU. So as soon as you see, it's not linear because they're not straight lines. They're not angles on a straight line. So definitely they're not linear. But are they adjacent? You can see that angle SPT and they are sharing one angle. This is angle 7, which is angle SPT, and also angle SPU. They are sharing one angle hand. So that means it is only adjacent. Okay. Yes, it needs some time for you to get used to looking at the picture, but once you have mastered that, you know how to read the figure, you can easily do this. Let's look at angle 7 and angle 8. Now if you would remove angle 7 and angle 8 from here, you could see that it is not straight because angle 7 is like that and angle 8 is facing that angle. They are not including angle P. If they would include angle P, we could say yes, it is on a straight line. But they did not say us to look at angle P. They only said look at angle 8, that is this angle and this angle. So when you look at angle 7 and angle 8, they are not adjacent because they are like two opposite angles. Neither are they linear because they are not even making a straight angle. So they are not adjacent. As easy as that. When you look at some angles which are opposite to each other, they are neither linear and they are not adjacent. Okay, now keeping this in mind, let's try some questions. Okay, let's try this question here because it's better to try out some questions for better understanding. Okay, so look at the picture. You have to say angle 1 and angle 2, do they form a linear pair? So which is angle 1 and 2? If I redraw this, we'll get something like this. This is the exact place of angle 1 and angle 2. So are they adjacent? Are they both having the same common arm? Yes, you can see that they are they are sharing the same arm. Now, are they on a straight line? Yes, they are on a straight line. So which one do you think we are going to say? We are going to say that it is adjacent and form a linear pair because it is adjacent as they're sharing the same arm, adjacent and form a linear pair. And also they are straight, so we say it is linear also. This is angle 1 and 2. What about angle 1 and 3? Now angle 1 and 3, if I would draw, I could get something like this is angle 1, okay, and this is angle 3. This is angle 1, precisely I have drawn, not exactly accurately, but this is angle 1 and this is angle 3. Are they adjacent? Are they sharing anywhere one hand? No, they're only sharing the vertex. They're not sharing any common hand because these are the two hands of angle 3 and these are the two hands of angle A. So they're not sharing anything. So it is not adjacent. Is it linear? Of course not, because both of them don't make a straight angle. So number 4 is going to be not adjacent. All right, let's move to question number 5. Angle 2 and angle 4. Where is angle 2 and angle 4? It's here, angle 2 and angle 4. Now, if I would draw it, you would get an angle like that. Right. It's not easy to draw that triangle. There's nothing wrong in trying, right? So this is angle 4. Okay, so this is angle 2 here and angle 4. Now, which are the two hands of angle 2? This and these are the two hands. For angle 4, these two are the hands. Now, are they sharing any hand? No. So they're not adjacent. Are they forming a straight angle, which is to be a linear pair? No. So what do you write here? You just say it is not adjacent. Because neither they are doing both. Neither are they sharing the same hand and neither they are making a straight angle. Okay, let's move to question 6, angle 2 and angle 3. So if I am to draw angle 2 and angle 3, it is something like this and this. Okay, this is angle 2. This is angle 2 and this is angle 3. Now, are they sharing one common arm hand anywhere? Which are the hands of angle 3? Angle 3's hands are this two, right? Now, which are the hands of angle 2? Angle 2 is also sharing the same hand. If I would draw it in a different colored pencil, angle 3 hand is this and angle 2 hand is also this. So they are sharing one hand, right? So that means it is adjacent. So we could say angle 2 and 3, angle 2 and 3 are adjacent, but are they linear? Are they making a straight pair of lines? No, they are not making a straight pair of lines. So we can only say it is only adjacent. This is how you would classify the angles according to adjacent, linear, or if they are not adjacent. Okay, let's move on with the lesson now. Okay, the next pair of angles which you need to remember is complementary angles. Now, complementary angles are a pair of angles. When you add them up, you should get 90 degrees. In fact, you should get a right angle because right angle is 90 degrees, right? So whenever you add the angles measurements, whether they are divided into two, now here because we are learning about the pairs, definitely it will be divided into two. But later on, it will of course be divided into others as well. So for now, if you add the two angles, if you get 90 degrees, that means they are a pair of complementary angles. You can see from the example, the figure below, the 30 plus 60. 30 plus 60 will give you 90. So they are complementary angles. Always remember, complementary angles must add up to 90 degrees. Similarly, we have supplementary angles, which angles when you add up, they should give you 180 degrees. So if you add up two angles, if they're giving you 180, that means they are supplementary angles. Or if you add up and you get 90, that means they are complementary angles. Let's look at an example. Find the measure of each of the following. You have to find the supplement of angle F. Now supplement, how much do supplementary angles add up to? They add up to 180. So look at angle F. They have given you part of the angle is 116 minus 116.5. So how do you find the remaining part of the angle? As simple, you subtract 116.5 from 180. So if you subtract 116.5 from 180, you will get 63.5. So which means the supplement of angle F is going to be 63.5. It's easy if you remember the amount, the value of supplement and complementary angles, it's easy for you to do the questions. Let's move to complement of angle E. Now complement means that should equal 90, right? So 90, and already they have given us part of the angle is 7x minus 12. They have just given us the parts. So 7x minus 12. Now if you solve this, you know that there is always an invisible one here outside the parenthesis, which means you need to multiply each term inside. So if you multiply that inside, you will get 90 minus 7x plus 12, because minus 1 into minus 12 will give you plus 12. So 90 plus 12 will give you 102. So your answer is going to be 102 minus 7x. So this is how you find the measures of supplements or complements, however they have asked the questions. Okay, now let's practice some questions on that. But before I practice the questions, let's complete question 1 and 2. I did not do it before because it was related to supplements. Okay, an angle measures x degrees, so it is x. What is the measure of its complement? So here the word complement, what does that show you? That means that it is 90 degrees. So how do you write the measure of, if one angle is x, how do you write the complement of it? 90 minus x degrees. This is how you write the angle, right? If it's complement, you subtract it from 90. Next question is, what is the measure of its supplement? So supplement means it is 180 minus x. That's all. If a supplement, you subtract from 180. If complement, you subtract that from 90. Okay. Triangle ABC and BCBD are adjacent angles. So angle ABC and CBD are adjacent angles. Which side do the angles have in common? If I would put that in a picture, now it's not always necessary that you draw a picture, but it's always better you draw a picture. Okay. They didn't say linear, so I could draw it without a straight angle. So this is A, B, C here, then C, D, D. So these are the two angles which they have given us. Angle ABC and CBD. So which sides do the angles have in common? Which hand is these two angles sharing? Which side of the two angles is common for both? Of course, BC. Now from this also you could find out C, ABC, CBD. So which letters have been repeated? Of course, letter BC is repeated. So you could simply say that it is ray BC. So which sides do the angles have in common? BC is common. Okay, if you don't understand any question reading, just put them in a picture. Definitely you can find out the answer. Okay, let's do question number 7 till 10. So find the measure of each of the following. You have to find the supplement of angle A. So supplement, what does this word supplement say? That the angles add up to 180. So let's try to solve this. This is question number 7. I'm solving here because there is no enough space here. So it is going to be 180 degrees minus 81.2 degrees because they said supplement. So supplement is 180 minus this. So 180 minus 81.2. Now you're subtracting decimals. Definitely you have to be careful when you're subtracting decimals. All right. So it's going to be something like 180 minus 81 point. So here there is no point, means it's a 0.0. So you have to subtract this. So how much is that going to give you? This is going to give you an 8 because here, and this will give that to be 179, which means your answer is 98.8 degrees. It's easy. Only you have to be careful when you're subtracting the decimals. Complement of angle A. So here they're asking for complement. Complement means it is 90 degrees. So 90 minus 81.2 degrees. So how much is 90 minus 81.2 degrees? I think I'll write it a bit to the side because 90 degrees minus 81.2 degrees. So 90 means it is 90.0, as we have to put that because there is no decimal. We are subtracting decimals. So this is going to be 10 and this is going to be 89, which means this is going to be 8 and wait, it's 81, right? So this is 81.2. Let me write it clearly. It's 90.0 minus 81.2. This is going to be 10. This is going to be 89. So that will give you 8.8 degrees. Okay, moving to question number 9, supplement of angle B. So supplement means, of course, you know that it is now 180 degrees. So it's going to be 180 minus 6x minus 5, which means it will be 180 minus 6x plus 5. Just now I had explained there is always 1 here. So negative 1 multiplied by negative 5 will give you a positive 5. So what's this going to give you? 180 plus 5 is 185 minus 6x. That's all. We cannot solve anything more because we don't know the value of x here. So you leave it like this. So question number 10 is similar, but you have complement of angle B. Complement means 90 degrees minus 6x minus 5, which means 90 minus 6x plus 5, right? Minus 1 into minus 5 will become plus 5. You have to be very careful when you're multiplying the numbers in the parentheses. So this is going to give me 90 plus 5 is 95 minus 6x degrees. So complement of angle B is going to be 95 minus 6x degrees. Okay, let's move to this question. A sprinkler swings back and forth between A and B in such a way that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. Now this word means, just for you to make it easy, I'm saying this means it's equal or same. Equal or same. So angle 1 is same as angle 2, which means this angle is equal to this angle, which means if this angle is 85, angle 2 is also going to be 85. Angle 1 and 3 are complementary. Complementary means they must, if you add angle 1 and 3, that should give you 90 degrees. And angle 2 and 4 are complementary as well. So that means angle 2 plus angle 4 should give you 90. If angle 1 is 47.5, so they gave us this angle to be 47.5, you have to find angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4. Okay. Now, they only said angle 1 is 47.5. So, does that mean angle 2 is also 47.5? Yes, they just said angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, which means angle 1 is equal to angle 2. So, angle 1 is 47.5. That means angle 2 is also 47.5 degrees, right? Fine. Now let's move to angle 3. Now angle 3, they said angle 1 and angle 3 are complementary. So that means angle 1 plus angle 3 should equal 90 degrees because they said it's complementary. So angle 1 already we know is 47.5. I don't know what is angle 3, so I leave it like that. So this means, does this mean angle 3 is going to be equal to 90 minus 47.5, right? Which also means angle 3 is going to be, now this is mental math that I need to do because I have to make sure all of you are following the steps properly. As you know, you're not allowed to use calculators. So this is going to be 42.5. So angle 3 is going to be 42.5 degrees. I'll quickly explain it. They already said angle 1 and 3 are complementary. Complementary means they add up to 90 degrees. So if angle 1 is 47.5, what is going to be the other angle? You need to subtract that from 90. So if you subtract 90 from 47.5, you're going to get 42.5, which is the measure of angle 3. Now angle 4. They also said angle 2 and angle 4 are complementary, and angle 1 and 3 are complementary. They did not say anything else. But so here we are going to find the measure of angle 4 now. Okay. Now that we have found angle 3 is 42.5, do you think I need to again subtract 90 from 47.5 because angle 2 is 47.5 as well? Because they said angle 1 and 2 are equal. So just now we did this, 90 minus 47.5. So we can say angle 4 is also 42.5 because 90 minus 47.5 is going to give you 42.5, the same answer. So just look around. If you think you don't need to repeat the steps, you don't. Okay, so this I did not need because if I do, I'm going to do 90 minus 47.5 again, which is of no use, and I already have the answer. So I could say measure of angle 4 is also 42.5 degrees. Just you have to think a bit clearly about the picture. Okay, let's move to question number 26. They said angle ABD and BDE are supplementary, which means if you add both the angles, that should give you 180. Find the measures of both angles. So angle ABD is 5x and angle BDE is 17x minus 18. And now when they say find the measure, of course we need to find the angle value in numbers. But here there are x's. So always you have to find the value of x. So because the measure of angle ABD plus the measure of angle BDE is equal to 180 because they are supplementary angles, right? Because they said that they're supplementary, which means they should equal 180. So angle ABD is 5x degrees and BDE is 17x minus 18 degrees, which should equal to 180 degrees. Let's simplify this side first. 5x plus 17x will give you 22x minus 18 equals 180. So 22x equals 180 plus 18, which means 22x is going to be equal to 198. X is going to be equal to 9 because 198 divided by 22 is going to give you 9. Now we have found the value of x, we can find the value of all the angles. So let's find the value of angle ABD first. ABD they said is fx, which means 5 multiplied by 9, which is going to give you 45 degrees. Now what about the measure of angle BDE? You could find that in two ways. Either you substitute the value of x here and find it out, or you know that both of them are supplementary. So you can simply subtract 180 from 45 because already we found one angle, it's 45. So you subtract this from 45, you are going to get 135 degrees. Or if you are not sure of this method, you can simply substitute this 17x minus 18 degrees, which means 17 multiplied by 9 minus 18. So 17 multiplied by 9 is going to give you 153 minus 18, which is again going to give you anyhow 135 degrees. So whether you solve it like this or like this, you're going to get the same answer. So you can choose whichever way you want to. I feel this is easy because already they said it's supplement and we already found one angle. Subtracting that is easy. But if you think you could not follow this, you do not want to use this, you can use this, but you are going to get the same answer. Now let's try question number 29. We have triangle ABD and BDC are complementary. Complementary means that they should add up to 90 degrees. So angle ABD is 5y plus 1 and BDC is 3y minus 7. So definitely we are going to find out the value of y first. So for finding out the value of y, I need to write a statement first to show that why am I doing this. So measure of angle ABD and angle BDC is going to be equal to 90 degrees. So ABD is 5y plus 1 and BDC is 3y minus 7, which is equal to 90 degrees. So first let me solve the parentheses, as there are two parentheses and always you know that there is a negative 1 here. So let's remove off the parentheses. So that's going to be 5y plus 1 plus 3y minus 7 equals 90. So solve this side first. 5y plus 3y will give me 8y. Plus 1 minus 7 will give me a minus 6, which is going to be equal to 90 degrees. So 8y is going to be equal to 90 plus 6, which means 8y is going to be equal to 96. Y is going to be equal to 96 divided by 8. So y is equal to 12. And 96 divided by 8 is going to be 12. Now that we have found the value of y, we can find the value of the angles. So measure of angle ABD is going to be equal to 5y plus 1, right? Which means you just need to substitute the value of y that we got as 12 plus 1. So this is going to be 5 12s are 60 plus 1 is going to give me 61 degrees. Now you want to find the value of angle BDC. You could use any one way. You could either subtract directly that from 60, 90 because both of them are complementary angles. So you would get 29 degrees. Or you could substitute the value of y in the expression which they have given, that is 3y minus 7. So replace y with 12. So that's going to give you 36 minus 7, which will eventually give you a 29 degrees. It's the same, but this is a more easier way, as we know already both angles add up to 90. So if one angle is 61, what is the other angle? We subtract it. Or you could even substitute the value of y in place of this and find out it's the same answer. So hopefully it's an easy lesson. I think it's easy. Comment and let me know whether it is easy or difficult to do. Definitely with practice, 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 practice is the only advice I could give you. Practice more. There are enough questions in your textbook. Take some questions. Do it by yourself. Definitely you can ask if you have any doubt. You can ask from me anytime. So see you all in the next video. Till then, keep practicing.